Hey guys, so today we are doing another Empties video. Do you guys still watch Empties? I feel like every time I see an Empties video, I always put it on as background noise. One, because there's a lot of skincare Empties and my face is so picky. So whenever a YouTuber is talking about her favorite skincare product, it's not like I can buy it. So I never truly watch Empties videos. So I don't mind if you put this as background noise. Let's go, because I don't want this to be a long video. I actually organized my Empties this time around. Usually I would just grab whatever was in my box and talk about it. At least now I put them in categories. So I'm not going to go into too much detail with skincare because I know all of us have very different skincare needs and skin types. Let's just go through my face wash first. And usually when I watch an Empties video, I usually don't pay attention to the skincare because there are so many products that I just cannot use and my skin is so picky. So yeah, this has always been my face wash, Le Mauve Sweet Orange Balancing Cleanser for years. And I always put it off to the side here during my Empties because I have a bunch of them. For toner, I totally forgot I use this. It's Beauty of Joseon Ginseng Essence Water. I liked it, but it didn't do much for my skin. I feel like when I was using the Paula's Choice toner, it actually did something, but they're not selling that anymore. So I tried this and there was nothing special. It just honestly felt like I was putting water on my face. So this is the toner I'm using now. So I finished this girl up. Even though it's brightening, I don't see any difference with my dark spots. And this is my main moisturizer I use, Centella Calming Gel Cream. So all these right now have been skincare products I've been using for years. So again, I'm not going to go into too much detail because I feel like I've spoken about these in other videos. I love this Acai boob serum from Truly. It smells like grapefruit loops. I know it says lifting boob serum. I don't know if a serum can actually do that, but it does wonders for my chest acne, so that's why I use her. I always keep going back to her. Another thing I love from Truly Beauty is this vegan collagen booster anti-aging body polish. I know it's expensive, that's why I didn't buy a new one, but every time I use this and I feel my neck afterwards, because I use this mostly for my neck, I can feel how soft my neck is. Like, it feels exfoliated. There's no scrub. Even though this is a polish, there's no like exfoliating scrub feeling. Then I always get this True Botanicals Chibula Active Serum. I honestly have no idea what it does for my skin. I'm just happy that I'm not allergic to any of the ingredients, and I keep going back to her. She's very gentle. Usually if I do some kind of exfoliant, I always use her next because she's the most gentle out of all of my serums. This Seoul Ceuticals Day Glow Serum. This is my vitamin C I've been using for years. Kosas deodorant. This has been my go-to deodorant, I want to say 2 years now. She doesn't leave any kind of stain on my clothes, and it's not one that's full of like harmful ingredients. My favorite brush cleanser, e.l.f. Solid Sponge Cleanser. There's always going to be an empty one in my Empties. Usually there's like 2 or 3 actually, but apparently there's just one. This is in my Empties. I don't know if America has this. It's Sunsilk shampoo and conditioner. When my nephew and sister-in-law came to visit from the Philippines a few months ago, she left her shampoo and conditioner, so I finished it up. Even though it's full, I'm gonna get rid of. It's when I had red hair and it's dry shampoo. I hate my oily scalp feeling. Just when I add dry shampoo, it just feels even worse and thicker and nastier. So I tried to use dry shampoo, but I never liked it. This Necessaire neck serum. I use this serum with a neck moisturizer. Really did nothing. Same with this Necessaire body serum. I feel like they're so light. They don't do anything at all. Meltdown from Blume. I did like her. I used her mostly in winter because she is an oil and she's a little bit thick, but I don't know why I stopped using her. I love the smell of this. For some reason, I just stopped grabbing her. I think because at the beginning she did help clear my acne and then it stopped working. So I stopped looking for her. Luna Sleeping Night Oil from Sunday Riley. I love this at the beginning. Again, my skin is allergic to coconut, but I had no idea this had something derived from coconut, because after I used this for a bit, like I started getting my allergic bumps and I was so pissed because this cleared up my acne. I was having horrible acne a few months before my wedding. I was losing hope. One of my friends was like, oh, try retinol. So I just grabbed this and this worked amazing. It cleared my acne. Not fully, but like it was slowly getting better. I stopped using her. My husband actually likes the smell of this and I let him use it for a bit, but I didn't want him to constantly use it, retinol, because he's bad with sunscreen. And plus this is super old. I want to say this is almost 3 years old. This one took me so long to finish. I did not like her. This burnt my skin like crazy. Every time I used her, I made sure not to use it on a day where like I picked up my face, because if you have any kind of small cut or opening on your skin, you will feel it. It is so painful. And at the beginning I was like, okay, I'm gonna get used to it, but no, it didn't. Every time I use this, like even on my neck, when I put it on my neck, I'm like, ooh, like something really stung me. I'm like, I didn't even know I had some kind of cut there until I put her on. So no, I would never buy this again. I saw like nothing improve in my skin. I feel like my skin was even drier afterwards, and like there were dry patches. This girl, like I mentioned in my TikTok made me buy it video, because a girl was saying how it brightened her underarms. Did not do that with mine at all. I think I used her for 4 or 5 months straight, and like nothing happened. I love Tree Hut's scrubs, but this Moroccan rose one, oh my gosh, that smell is horrible, but apparently it's one of their best selling ones, and people keep talking about how much they love the smell, and I'm like, no, it does not smell good. I put her in the fails, but yeah, no, I don't like this scent. These two, when my husband were staying at the Venetian in Vegas, we were looking for bath bombs and bubble bars, and we found this brand Nectar. So I do not recommend these at all. If you're in Vegas and you see Nectar, do not go in. So we went in, I just wanted a bath bomb. Of course, the lady was very convincing. I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll take a scrub. And she's like, oh, the scrubs, buy one, get one free. So we got this and a bubble bar. I was near the exit and my husband's checking out, and I hear her go, okay, that'll be 72. So in my mind, I was like, oh, maybe she said 17, not 72. And then my husband came and I was like, how much was it? And he was like, it was over $70. And I was like, I thought this one was free. And he was like, yeah, it is. So these are way, way overpriced. But literally the first ingredients, sugar, coconut oil, shea butter. I mean, that's literally what you have in the Tree Hut, and this is like $10. So these were at least $30. This is 8 ounces and this is 18 ounces. So yeah, just letting you know, if you're ever in Vegas and you're walking by and you see this brand, Nectar, do not buy it. And they don't have prices in their store. And that's why, because if you saw the prices, you'd be like, who would spend over $30 on a body scrub when you can just make this at home? Okay, that is all for skincare. Now let's move on to eye palettes. My Anastasia Modern Renaissance. Again, such a good staple for beginners, for pros. Like, it's so easy to blend, even though it's so powdery and gets everywhere. That's not a big deal to me because they blend so well. I cannot hold on to her anymore. She's 6-7 years old now, so yeah, I gotta get rid of her. My next palette I'm getting rid of is the Nubian by Juvia's Place. This is one of Juvia's Place rare palettes that I did not like at all. All the browns were very muddy. Each time I tried to make it work, no, it was horrible. This one I wore this shade on my wedding. It's like a champagne shimmery one, so that one, at least I got one good color out of this palette. And then this one, I think they went out of business this year, from September Rose, the Slush palette. I tried so hard to make her work. I used her in so many of my videos because I did not want her to go to waste, but they were the driest, they were the patchiest, they were so horrible to blend, and I had so much hope in her. And it looks so pigmented, but then once you put it on your eyes, it's not. So these are the palettes I am recycling. Okay, let's move on to lips, because this is what I have the most of. But out of all these lipsticks, these are the only 3 that are still being sold. So I don't know if I should show these because, again, they're non-existent, but I still want to talk about them. Okay, so NYX. With NYX and their lip products, I've never been a huge fan of anything from them. I've tried a bunch of different formulas, and I even have one on my lip today, but they're never my favorites. They're never my go-to. There's just something missing with them, but I'm shocked that these 2 are still around. So this is NYX Intense Butter Gloss in the shade Spice Cake, and then this Powder Puff Lippy, I used it in my cream to powder video. This was horrible. This is one of the worst lipstick formulas ever. It doesn't dry, it stays powdery the whole time. So I had to talk like this when I was doing the video. I'm gonna have to talk like this because it keeps getting on my teeth. It's just annoying because it gets everywhere. Then the last one that's still in stock is the Gerard Cosmetics lipstick in the shade Buttercup. You know, might as well swatch her, she's still in stock. So there's Buttercup. I loved their shade Nude. I have it. These are the only 3 lipsticks that I'm recycling that are still in stock. Okay, and this is Gerard Cosmetics. Oh, it's like falling out of there. Oh yeah, look. Oh, okay. Why am I swatching you? But I mean, there's Nude. When it comes to lipstick, I've never finished one lipstick ever. It's more like these are long expired. The Beauty Bakery one, I tried her one last time. You could see me wearing her in my eyeshadow sticks video, and she is extremely patchy. It's very dry, it's very patchy. Again, it doesn't matter because it's not being sold anymore. Raspberry Tiramisu from Beauty Bakery. Even though I love the reds, and if this was still in stock, I would absolutely not recommend it. It's extremely dry. I have a bunch more magentas, but again, these are all gone. Lip Slut, Cloven Halo, these brands don't exist anymore. Luminous Cosmetics, this color isn't there anymore. Fenty, I have Candy Venom and Flamingo Acid, and again, I don't think these shades are being sold anymore. I really hate the lipstick packaging that comes like this. Even though I put it up like this, I always feel the edges always scratch my lips. I might have put Flamingo Acid in a magenta lipstick video. Lime Crime, it sucks because Lime Crime's some of my favorite lipsticks, yet a lot of them are always discontinued. So like, look how pretty these are. This one's Passion Fruit and this one's Cherub. Even though it looks like there's product in here, it's all dried out. I'm gonna have to go back to storing my lipsticks vertically because again, for some reason, when I lay any kind of liquid horizontally, they dry out way faster. I don't know if it's because they're spreading more lengthwise versus here, where it would just be like, I don't know. I wanted to keep these just because of the old school packaging. I loved their nudes. I wonder why they changed their packaging because this is such old school Lime Crime packaging and it's still so cute. ColourPop, why do I even bother? Everything from ColourPop is always discontinued, so like it doesn't matter. Maxed Out and Doing Fine. I think the Doing Fine was in a magenta lipstick video. She wasn't pigmented enough. This one isn't patchy like the ColourPop liquid lipstick is. Again, like I said, it's a little bit dull. And I think Maxed Out was also pretty light. Like it was pretty sheer. I haven't heard anything about Jouer in a while, but I loved all these shades. It came like in a sample package. I loved all of these so much. And even though it looks like there's lots of pigment, it's pretty dried out. And then this one, again, it's hard because I don't want to throw her away, but she looks disgusting. But this is my favorite nude of all time. My Dose of Colors Desi Katie lipstick in the shade No Shade. Look how dirty and sticky she is. I need Dose of Colors to release a nude exactly like this. I mean, maybe they have, but I just haven't looked. Still my favorite nude lipstick till this day, but I'm gonna have to recycle her. Okay, we have one more category, miscellaneous random stuff. So this I will grab whatever comes first. Okay, this e.l.f. No Budge shadow stick. I hate her. Go watch my eyeshadow stick video. She is my least favorite out of the 12. Another one that's part of that group is the Milani eyeshadow stick. I'm not donating these because they are both horrible. This one's already out, so I'm not gonna give anyone that. This Stila La Douce. I was gonna say La Douche. Is that La Douce or La Douche? It looks olive green, but another example of keeping makeup on its side. She dried out pretty quickly, but let's see if there's any product left in here. No idea if it's still being sold. La Douce. Blush Tribe. I have no idea if this brand is still around. I'm pretty sure I got these to use as eyeliners. I feel like I have so many makeup products that I bought right before COVID, and then I never used them because after COVID, like we all, myself included, went into more like natural looking makeup that I stopped reaching for the neon eyeliners and the glitters. But I'm trying to slowly go back to that. But neon liners, I think I'm done with neon stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna grab all my colored liners. Oh, here's another one. Sugar Pill. I love this packaging. I love Sugar Pill. Again, I'm not sure if it's still being sold. This is in the shade Royal Sugar. I used her in this look. I will put it up. This is it dry. It's super chalky and it's not really picking up. Like it's so patchy. Like that looks just like a horrible color. Oh my gosh, that video was so stressful. I tried so hard to make her work. I was trying different like eyeshadow glues, glitter glues, every kind of liquid thing I had to make her work, and she just didn't. And she wasn't as pigmented as it looked like she would be. No idea if these are still being sold. NYX Studio Liner. I remember just not liking the shade. Like it wasn't very bright. OPV, I love these liquid glitters. Again, as you can see, I left her on her side and this is what happens. Same with the NYX liquid crystals. The NYX ones were basically cheaper version of Urban Decay's glitter liners, but these always burnt my eyes. I just stuck through the pain every time I put it on my eye. Like I could feel the burn, but I kept using these. Nabla Dazzle liner. I had to have used it in a video. She's completely dried out. Milani eyeshadow primer. I'm sure she's good, but when I tried her on, I got a sty. If you don't know what a sty is, maybe don't look it up if you're grossed out. It's a painful red bump and it's very swollen and it takes like a week for it to go away on my eye. I just put like a warm compress on it, but yeah, this gave me a sty, so I'm never touching her again. Sasha gel eyeliner. I got her for my full face of black owned makeup companies, and The Sasha one was one of it, and I think I just used it for that video, but she's dried out. Even when I used to be heavily into gel liners, like I hated using liquid liners, I love gel liners, there's never one that I finished because all of them dried out before I even got halfway done, and I even used those drops to revive them, but no, they kept drying out, so I'm like completely done with gel liners like that. Okay, eyeliners. KVD tattoo liner. This is the mini one. There's absolutely no pigment in her. And in my mind, I was like, okay, maybe it's just because it's a sample. I got the full size, also no pigment in her. The only thing, which is crazy and which sucks and why I might buy her again, out of all my 20 plus liquid liners, she's the only one who is good at drawing that inner corner cat wing. Like, I need the liner in here to be really, really thin. And none of my liquid liners can do that except for her. I don't know if it's because she wasn't pigmented enough, so she wasn't like leaking and getting everywhere. But even this mini size, the brush tip is actually smaller than the full size tip. NYX matte black liner. I don't know how I always have so many NYX liners. Like, I don't remember buying them. I have so many pencil liners, liquid liners. Dude, I do not remember the last time I used this type of eyeliner. The brush ones. I feel like it's been 7-8 years since I last used a brush one like this. Oh, I apparently have 2 of them. Wait, what? These are completely different. Anyways, the Epic ink liner from NYX. This is the one I love and I keep going back to. This e.l.f. H2O proof eyeliner pen. I love her, but she does transfer on my oily lids. But if you're looking for a drugstore liquid liner and you don't have a problem with oily lids, then I would totally suggest her. Like, for some reason she feels expensive. She looks very neat and put together, even though I love the Epic ink. For some reason, this logo looks cheap compared to this. Like, the e.l.f. one looks like she could be more expensive. So yeah, if you have no problem with oily lids, I would say get the e.l.f. one. ColourPop eyeliner. This is horrible. Again, I have no idea why or when I buy these. Oh, no. I was gonna say, oh, maybe I should just break her off to get pigment, but every time I draw, she keeps breaking off. Okay, I'm still not gonna use that if she keeps breaking like that. And then I have NYX matte black liner. Again, I don't know why I'm buying these because I hate these. Exhibit A keeps breaking off, especially as it gets older because it gets drier and like it's not as black anymore. And they're just not as smooth going on compared to those waxier eyeliners, the ones where you have to sharpen. This goes to show you how old these are. I used to buy these like 6-7 years ago, so I don't know why only now I'm getting rid of them. Maybe I thought I was gonna go back to using them, but no. Okay, we're almost there. Lime Crime. It sucks that Lime Crime is like a huge part of this. So many of their products just are discontinued. This is a Lime Crime Diamond Dew. It was in a Black Friday haul. I want to say I used it maybe in 2 videos and the wand snapped off in there. I mean, I can technically use a brush to like grab the remains of this, but I would rather just grab a glitter liner versus having to dig in there. Urban Decay's All Nighter. I have no idea. I have a feeling this is still being sold. I never got to fully use her. It's just that she crumbled into the sink. And then Too Faced bronzer. This is my first bronzer ever, so again, it's hard because like I want to keep her just for the packaging. And I even remember the day I went into Sephora. I remember the employee. I was like, I need a bronzer that's not muddy, and he was like, okay, let's go over to Too Faced. And I feel like it wasn't muddy in the beginning. I don't know if it got muddier as it got older, or I just noticed that other bronzers after I got this weren't muddy, that this started looking muddy. I don't know. Luscious Blush Crush. They used to be bigger, but they've shrunken down their products. I mean, the same thing has happened with a lot of these brands. Jouer used to be bigger. Gerard Cosmetics used to be bigger. It just sucks that the smaller brands are the ones that are getting smaller and smaller. But this is my first ever cream blush. My actual first attempt at cream blush. I tried so hard to use her up, but she's pretty old now. Another thing from Luscious Cosmetics is this brow pencil. I loved it. The shade was a little bit too light for me, but I kept it just for the spoolie. But now I have an actual spoolie, so I can finally recycle her. Ardell Dark Brown. I think the shade is a little bit too dark. That's why I'm recycling it. But it's that one where it looks like you're drawing on brows. See, so it gives you two... Oops. Oh, I'm pressing too hard. So it gives you the strokes. I don't know if that's a thing anymore. I feel like I haven't seen a lot of people using products like that anymore. But when I used her, it was obvious. Like, you could see the strokes in my eyebrows. Okay, we only have 2 concealer. Tarte Shape Tape. Love. Don't need to go into this. I still have like 4 more Tarte Shape Tapes. I love her so much. And then KVD Lock-It Concealer. This is my driest, thickest concealer, and I still haven't finished her up even though she's a mini size because I don't want to use her. Okay, we have 3 more things. Lash glue. Milk Kush mascara. I used her recently for the first time in like 5 years in my products I love but hate the packaging video. The packaging makes me not want to grab her because it doesn't look fun. Not buying this again. And then the last one, this also I didn't want to say goodbye to, but this is from Uma. Double Take Sculpt and Stroke. This contour is very gray. Like, I look dead when I use this. I got it because I love the highlight shade. The bronze shade that would be perfect for me has a gold highlight, and I really don't like gold highlights. I love champagne highlights. So I wanted her for the champagne highlight, but then it was a waste because I never used her. See, now I'm debating and I'm like, should I still keep her for that highlight because that's a pretty highlight? But I swear I have so many makeup products where I keep because I'm like, I'm gonna make sure I start using it again. Do you think I start using it again? No. Okay guys, I think that's it. I tried to make it as fast as possible because I feel like my empties always take so long, but this time like I actually categorized everything. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, and if you're curious, which I highly doubt you are, the reason you will never see sunscreen in my empties video is because I cut these open because this is expensive and I'm trying to get like every little bit of that sunscreen out. So yeah, I use my sunscreen, I just cut them up.